Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs. In today's video, I'm going to show you, we're getting ready to start our new adventure, our new project with the Timeless Printable Scrapbook Album templates. And in today's video, I'm going to show you what paper collection I'm going to use. We're going to talk about which template I'm going to use. We're going to talk about other products that are optional that I'm going to use, alternatives to some of those products. Yeah, we're just going to do what we're going to use, and we're going to do some prep for our new adventure. So let me start by saying this is the Timeless Printable Scrapbook Album template. It is available in my Etsy shop. I will have it linked in the description box down below. I will have a collection of everything printable from my Etsy shop that I am using in this project. I'll have it in a special list for you guys, so all you have to do is click it and you'll be able to see everything that I'm using, and if I add something along the way, I'll add it into the list. It is also an affiliate link, which is amazing because that helps me get some of my fees and things back from Etsy. So if you can, please use that affiliate link. I would appreciate it greatly. It doesn't cost you anything. It's not additional fee. It's free to you, it's free to use, and it is an affiliate link, and I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that. For this first project that we will be making, I will make a separate video playlist. I will link it up here, and it'll be in the description box, and it'll have the introduction to the set of templates and any videos thereafter that are important to this project that we're making. So let me start by showing you, I had already done a video where I showed you some of the paper collections that I've purchased that are options for the different albums that we're going to be making, because remember the Timeless has 4 sizes, so we're actually going to start with the smallest size. So the prototypes, which there's a flip through of the prototypes. So this is one of the prototypes. This is in full bloom, I believe, and it's this is the smallest version of this set of templates. And then this one is, hang on, grabbing it. This one is the smallest prototype from, I did 2 different paper collections. So this was the Lost in Wonderland, and I did the first 4 prototypes in this paper collection, and I made it while I was making the templates. So, and then after I finished the templates and I wanted to make sure that everything was correct, I made another set of prototypes in this paper collection. So anyway, there's there's full flip throughs of these 2 sets of prototypes that are, I will link that playlist, and now let's see, I'll link them both in the cards so that you can check them out. So if you wanted to see the Lost in Wonderland, I'll link it here. If you wanted to see the In Full Bloom, I'll link it here. Okay, but this is the size we're going to start with. So we're going to start with the smallest version of this set of template. First, let me show you which background design we're going to use. You can use whatever you want. You don't have to use a background design. Each set of templates comes with the background design of your choice, the plain set as a free bonus, and in this particular case, this set comes with another background design, a free set of the vintage script background. You get a whole set of just this background design as well on the templates. So we're going to use the Flutter for this first project. So I just wanted to show you the 3 options. So let's say you bought the Scripty Check. That's what you bought the Timeless set of templates in. You don't have the Flutter, but you do have these 2. So you can substitute this for this. All right, or you could use your own background, or you can use another printable paper, print that first, and then print this over top. So you don't have to have the Flutter. I just want to kind of point that out to you guys. You can always substitute a background design, or use your own paper, or use a shades of color instead, or anything. I have printable script papers that are available. You could use those. Yeah, so you can, if you don't have the Flutter, you can use whichever one you purchased. So that's the one we're going to be using in this project. So I'm going to scoot that aside. Now let me show you the paper collection we're going to be using. This is the paper collection I chose to use first. So this one is the Mintay Rustic Charms paper collection, and I have, again, I did a video where I showed the different Mintay paper collections that I purchased as options, and this was one of them. And the reason I chose the green, the Rustic Charms, is because we just got finished making 3 of the special little sister edition of the Timeless. We just finished making 3 of those, and they were all 3 purple. So I just kind of wanted to switch it up because the other Mintay collection was the lilac, which is beautiful. And I also wanted to say this. If you bought that paper collection, you can make this right along with this. You can use the same background design. You just need to swap out the paper. So whatever papers I use from this, since it's the same manufacturer, whatever papers I use from this collection, I bet you can find something from the lilac collection that you can substitute it out for instead. But this is the collection I'm going to be using, and I had bought a bunch of different, like the 6x6 and the 6x8 and different little things from that collection, stickers. There was other word stickers. There was 2 sheets of stickers. So I bought all of that, but here's what I'm going to do. Since we're just making the smallest version, I'm just going to use the 12x12 paper set. So there are 12 double-sided sheets, and so there's 6 of each design. Or I'm sorry, 2 of each design, so there's 6 designs. And oh, I guess that's not true. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 different designs, but they're double-sided. So anyways, you guys know what I mean. So I'm going to use this. And the other thing I'm going to use is the die cuts. These are the 2 things. And even this is optional because I think most of these die cuts, I even left myself a note, most of these die cuts are on the back of the title sheet. You just have to fussy cut them out, okay? So this is totally optional. And then anything else, let's see, the sticker sheets and all that, those are all optional. You can add those if you want to, but I'm going to try to just stick with these 2 things and see how far we can go with just that. So this will be fun. That's what's nice about having the background designs on the templates, is because these you can, it's like you supplement your paper collection with these. So let's say you're running out of paper, but you need to add an envelope or you need to add an insert. You just print out the background design version and you're good to go, you know? Okay, so this is the paper collection we're going to be using, and we're going to be using the die cuts. I'm going to set these aside. We'll do some prep here in a little bit, but I want to show you all the different things that we're going to be using. Some of them are 100% completely optional. Also wanted to say, I don't know if I said it, there's timestamps below if you need to skip around. So I'm going to try to keep everything together, like what we're using. I'm going to try to keep that together. So let me show you what else printable that we're going to be using. But again, these are all optional. Really they are, but you know, they're kind of a staple to me in my albums. So these are all things out of my shop. So both sets of Photomats Essentials, so the original set and then Photomats 2, we'll be using both of these in the, what was this called? What's it called? Rustic Charms adventure that we're getting ready to start here. Okay, so we're going to be using both of these. We're going to be using both sets of printable ephemera journal spots, so set 1 and set 2. I just love them both. They can be used as tags, they can be used as journal spots, they can be used as anything. And then I know for sure we're also going to be using the new number cards. So all of these will be in that list along with the Flutter version of the Timeless set of templates. They'll be in that collections list below. They'll also be an Amazon list for this project. And there'll also be links to where you can purchase some of the physical products, so on some of my favorite places to shop. And once again, all of those links is the best that I can. I try to use affiliate links so that I can get refunded back some of the money that I spend. Like for example, this first project, I had bought 2 sets of the Mintay papers. I bought the 6x6, the 6x8, all the things, right? I'm not going to use but 1 set and 1 die cut. So it just kind of helps me because I didn't know that's what I was going to do. I didn't know I wasn't going to be using the 6x6 or the 6x8, but if you did buy those, you can totally use those. I just didn't know that I wasn't going to be using them, so I wanted to have them so that I could see what I might do with what I've got. So we're just going to use these two for right now. Let's see, what else? Oh, I'm going to be using the Distress Oxide in Walnut Stain. I'm also going to be using, these things here, these are all optional, okay, but I'm going to have them linked for you in case you want to get them. So I always use the reinforcement labels. These are paper, they're permanent, well, they're permanent, and they're paper, and I always add color to them. So for example, this one, I use the Distressed Oxide Speckled Egg. I'm hoping it's showing. Speckled Egg. And I just did this number, and then I sprayed it with a little bit of coffee that I put in a bottle. I just sprayed it a little bit of that, and it just kind of makes this really cool effect. So I did that on some, and then I did the distressed, where's it at? The distressed foiling technique on top, and I've showed you this many times, but basically you take a glue stick, whatever glue stick you have, you wipe over, you take one of these sheets, press it down, smoosh, 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 let it dry just a second, and then peel it away, and then you've got this beautiful distressed foiling technique on just about anything you can think of that you can do that to. You have this beautiful look. So there's that. So we're going to be using those. I'm going to put these aside. And then the Distress Oxide Speckled Egg. Then this is that gold baker's twine we've been using. I think it'd be really pretty. Since we bought it, I try to use things. For those of you that have been around forever, you know that I buy something like this, I'm going to use it and use it and use it and use it in almost every project because I don't want to be wasteful. So this is and I like it. This one I really like. I didn't think I would, but I do. So this is like gold baker's twine, and then we may use this gold thread because we might do some fun old school mixed media. I don't know how well, if you can, I can't tell if it's even showing up. Old school mixed media kind of things on our flowers. So the next video you're going to see after this is going to be how to cut these flowers out easily with a I say easily with a scan and cut. So that's going to be the next video you're going to see. But there I used a whole reinforcement on that one there. Aren't these cute? Okay, so that'll be the next video. But anyway, so we may use some of that. Uh-oh, I've made a mess. Whoops. And then the other optional thing that I've been using, this is, what is this called? Gilding wax. And this one is in, I'm pretty sure, it doesn't, does it not say? Huh, it doesn't say. I'm pretty sure this is gold. I'll double check. It doesn't have a color on it. That's very strange. Well, anyway, so if you, whatever gilding wax you have that's kind of like that goldish tint, but this one, of course, this is going to last forever. This is going to last forever. I've been using it for a really long time now. And anyway, so it took, for example, it took, whoop, this was a brass brad, and I just dabbed that gold on top, so now it looks more of like a vintage gold look. So if you don't have like gold brads, you can make any color brad look goldish, you know. So, and I also like it because I've been using it to like accent things. So you'll see what I'm talking about. Like here's a good example. I used it on this. This is a wax. This was a from a mold. I poured wax beads, or melted wax beads, into this mold, and you guys have seen me do that. And then I covered, I just kind of went over it with that gold gilding wax. Isn't that beautiful? So just a little accent. I also did it on this one too. Just adds another dimension to your projects. So there's that. And then I have a bunch of different varieties of brads. So if you I'm sure everybody, I feel like anybody who makes albums has brads somewhere. So I have a variety of brads. And things like paper clips, things like that, things like this. You know, I always have these, but I will link them. Like the gold ones might be kind of fun. The gold clips, paper clip. What is on the bottom of that? Oh my goodness. Something was stuck to the bottom. I have a variety of paper clips in one of my crafty trays. And what else do I have over here? Magnets. We're going to be using some magnets, so I will have my magnets, my magnet resources linked down below. I also have my adhesive resources linked down below that I purchased from, what else do I have over here? Keys, metal keys. We may or may not use metal keys, so I'm not going to show you them. I mean, you've seen the metal keys, but if I do end up adding them, we've used them before, so you probably already have some. Anyway, I don't know if we're going to use a wax seal or not in this project, but if we do, it will probably be using the champagne gold wax seal beads. But again, I don't know that we're going to be using a wax seal. We'll see. What else? Oh, let me show you. Let me move this out of the way. Another fun thing we're going to be doing, and I'll probably have to do a totally different video on this. I know I'll have to do a totally different video on this. But anyway, so instead of pouring wax into these molds, I got my hands on some resin. And I'm not good at it. I just want y'all to know I'm not good at it. But I got my hands on some resin, and I've been playing around with using the resin versus the paper clay or the wax. And it's kind of fun. I obviously have not mastered it yet. So like this is what it looks like. And then I added some color to that one. It's not the right color for this project, but anyway, you kind of get my point. Oh, this one, do I have it? Hang on, let me see if I can. I wanted to show you. Looks like there's something down in the bottom of that. This was my first attempt of using resin, and I had no idea how fast it dried, and it dried while I was pouring out. I don't even know what I was doing at the time, but look at how much I wasted. I had no idea. So these big cups, no. We're gonna be using little small cups. But I just wanted to show you that. But anyway, so here's the difference in resin, paper clay. So the paper clay shrinks quite a bit. But that's okay. It's not toxic. It's not going to hurt you. The fumes aren't going to hurt you. It's easy to put any sort of color on them. So if you have paper clay, do this technique with paper clay. Totally fine. But I'm going to be using some resin, and I think so. Here's some of the options that I was thinking about using. So this mold here. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Of course, you know I love my purple. This mold here is from the Lost in Wonderland. Prima 663605 is the number. And then if you don't have this mold, I have other options for you. Like here's a little heart from, this one's from My Love, also by Prima, 996338. So if you have this one, we had bought this one a long time ago for that project probably. So there's a heart, that would be cute. This one is My Sweet, also from Prima, 997069. And I thought if we didn't use the hearts, these butterflies would be super cool. Or you could use metal butterflies, depending on what you have. It's just another option. And then, what else do I have? Oh, this one's kind of old. This one's Regal Findings 638863, also by Redesign. But anyway, so it's a bunch of butterflies and crowns and bees and clocks. The only thing I'll say about these is that you probably don't want to fill them up all the way. That's awful thick. That's an awful thick butterfly to go on a cover. So, but it's still an option. So if you have this one, you may want to use that. And then of course, this one here, this one has something stuck to it. This is Lost in Wonderland Prima 665234. And we've been pouring wax into this one specifically, so you can also pour the resin in there. I tried to get some resin in there when it was drying up really bad, and that happened. But I went ahead and left it, and well, obviously, because what are you going to do? It's resin. I went ahead and left it and just messed with it anyway. But anyway, so those are just some options, and I'll have to do a separate video on that if I do end up using the resin. So it's just an option for if you don't like paper clay, you don't have the patience for paper clay. But yeah, so I'll have to do a separate video. I'm going to move these aside. This is a new adventure for me, to be honest. All right, so I think what I'll do is let's do a little bit of prep. Okay, so the paper collection. Now I've already started cutting things out, but what I do is I will take the paper collection and I will put it in a sleeve so it's easily flipped through. So I've already started trying to like prep for our little project, our little adventure. So I already did that. I already put them in here so that it'll be easily flipped through. And I haven't fussy cut any of these out because, like I said, I think they're all, I'm almost positive they're all in here. And so if you have the die cuts, you don't have to fussy cut these out right away. So I'm just gonna start with my die cuts, and then if I have to, I will fussy cut some images out. But so anyway, so I do that, and then I'm gonna take the die cuts and I'm gonna separate those out into some crafty trays really quick. I'll set that aside. I don't think I'll end up using them all, but you never know. Okay. So I'm gonna sort these out and I'm gonna put them in the trays. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put florals and animals in one tray and then everything else in the other. Animals meaning butterflies, apparently some dogs, which is kind of random, and the birds, and all these loose little floral pieces. So that way I know when I look in here exactly what I'm gonna find. And these kind of look like little succulents, don't they? But they're not. They're flowers. All right, and then so let's put the clocks. Oof, that was a bit of a boo-boo. I wonder what happened there. Huh. And the alarm clocks. Aren't those so cute? Okay. Cameras. These are fun. I mean, that makes sense when you're making a scrapbook album, doesn't it? And then, let's see, we got radio. Weird, but cute. Sewing machine. A window. those cute little things. Don't know what, I think those are, I don't know what that is. It a mailbox? Is it a mail? That's a mailbox. Kind of looks like a mailbox. Some keys, baskets, books, a chick. Let's put her in the animals. Typewriter, milk jug. See, that just looks like a succulent display. Anywho's, and hot air. Okay, so I'm gonna put these over here in my crafty companion, which, by the way, is a printable from my shop as well. If you want to check that out, I'll put that playlist up here. You can make your own craft. This is a workstation with crafty trays in it. Okay, what else? And then the flowers. So that's the next video you're going to see, is the flowers. And I'll just show you just quickly. This is a ephemera keeper. So I have that video linked up here if I still have room. So I made an ephemera keeper to house all of the flowers that are a bonus sheet in the timeless set of templates in one place. So I have already added them in here. So you'll see this, you'll see the video of what I did, how I did this next. But I put all of the flutter ones here, and then I put all of the ones that go in this paper collection, or go with this paper collection here. And what's really cool about these is you could use that side or that side. So it just really depends on what you need for that particular spot. But here's ones I made that you'll see in the next video. I don't know if I put this on there. This was an afterthought, the string, and it looks kind of wild right now. But anyway, so you'll see that. That'll be the next video. So I've already got that prepped and ready. And let's see. Before you go and do this, though, watch that video, because I do use, I don't know if you can see it down here, I do use a paper that I've already cut into. So you want to make sure that you don't, if you're just using one pack of paper, make sure that you don't waste the part that you need for that piece. Okay, but anyway, so that's all done, ready to go. And I've got all of those here. And that might be it. That might be all I have to prep for right now. Let me know your thoughts on the resin. If we need to do that next, if you need to see that next or something, let me know. Let me know what you're thinking on the resin. And I guess kind of the last thing I want to say is I haven't picked out the collections for the next 3 sizes, so we're doing the smallest, right? And these are the 2 prototypes. And I have no plans of making these into video series. One, I'll tell you why. One, you can't get the full collection of either one of these anymore. There's more available of the Lost in Wonderland than there is in the In Full Bloom. I don't quite understand why these companies, it's almost like they release it and they're like, you need to buy it now or it's going to be sold out. It's like they put this pressure on you to buy everything right now, and then it's gone, and then you may never be able to get it again. I don't understand why they, I mean, I'm sure there's a reason. I'm sure there's something about manufacturing or something like that, that they can't have it always available. But you know, some companies make their paper collections available in a printable version, and I wish that Prima would do that. I really do. I really wish they would do that, because sometimes their collections just aren't available for very long, and it's very frustrating. But anyway, I did do a full flip through of these, so you can watch that and maybe be able to recreate it yourself. The other thing I thought about doing, and I kind of want your all's opinion on this, if I mean, I have enough of the paper collection, I think, where I could make at least one of these, not the small one, but like at least one size of one of the prototypes. But the problem with that is it takes a lot of time to produce it well enough to be on YouTube. So what happens, and I went down this rabbit hole before, no pun intended, because you know, anyway, I've been down this road before, and I literally worked for free for most of a year because I kept making an album with a different paper collection or an older paper collection, or oh, I don't even know how to explain it. But so I would do these whole video series, and it's basically working for free because nobody needed to buy another set of templates or anything because they already had it. And I wanted to show you guys how to do the different things that I did in my mock-ups, my prototypes. So I had an idea, and I want your thoughts. I could make one of these, but then I could also make it less produced and have it maybe as a one video or something, and maybe have it for purchase for a very small amount or something. I don't know. I don't know quite how to make everybody happy when it comes to this situation. I do know that I would not ask you to work for free, and I wouldn't think you would ask me to work for free. So I kind of need to figure out something I can do, like a supplement to, like, if you bought this paper collection, I mean, you can follow the flip through of what I did and make it, the different elements or whatever, or we can try to figure out something else. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. You know, I wish, because it takes a lot of time to make albums, especially the way I want to show you guys how to make everything, of course, and that takes a long time. And sometimes there's newbies that are just found my channel and they don't understand. So when I do, like, the project we're getting ready to start, the small size with that other paper collection, with this paper collection, you know, I do show you how to make the covers. I do show you how to make the envelope or whatever, you know, whatever we're making. I show you exactly how to do it so that you can recreate it. And the reason I do that, I know there's creators out there that think that's silly, but the reason I do that is to give you confidence to, you make this along with me, and you make it along with me. It gives you confidence to take a different paper collection and make it again. Do the exact same thing if you want to. Make it again. It just gives you the confidence that yes, you can do this. Yes, you're following a video tutorial by me. You might be copying me exactly, but it's giving you the confidence that you can do it. And sometimes that's really hard to convey to people if you're just like, well, you know, here, do this page, and then, you know what, you finish it how you want, or you know, I'm just showing you the how to make the page. You embellish it the way you want. But that doesn't always translate to people. You know, like, I am a very visual learner, and so if I watch somebody create something, I can take that technique and apply it to other things after I've done it a certain way. And I feel like that's the way a lot of my subscribers view my videos, is they're learning how to do certain things or make something look a certain way, and then they're going to take that technique and then they'll be able to recreate it again because they've made it, they watched it, they've made it, they have experience with it, and then they can make their own version of whatever it is that they're making. So, I don't know. Give me your thoughts. I know that was a lot. It's a lot to ask. Give me your thoughts, though. I would like to know what you think about that idea. But, okay. So, for now, I think that's all I have for you guys today. Everything is linked down in the description box. Be sure to like this video if you're enjoying my content. It really helps me a lot, and I really appreciate it. And be sure to make sure you're subscribed to my channel so that you don't miss a video. Sometimes people will miss a couple videos in a row and then they'll get lost. So just remember, there's always that playlist. The playlist goes in order. It doesn't get skewed, it stays in order, and you'll be able to follow right along and not skip a beat. But if you're subscribed, there should, and there's like a bell you can turn on to get notified every time I upload a video. That way you never miss it if you're really, following along closely and you want to work right along with me. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I'm really excited about getting started on this project. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.